When it comes to protecting your kidneys after the age of 60, almost everyone obsesses over their morning routine. And sure, what you consume to start your day is crucial. We have covered those morning habits extensively in our past videos. But there is a massive piece of the puzzle that goes almost completely ignored. The time you spend sleeping is genuinely the most vital window of the entire day for healing your kidneys. Moreover, what you choose to sip in the 2 to 3 hours before your head hits the pillow dictates exactly how well your kidneys capitalize on those restorative nighttime hours. Let's look at the biology behind this. Your kidneys operate on a biological clock, a circadian rhythm tied directly to your sleep cycle. While you are awake, these organs are running at maximum effort, filtering your blood, regulating pressure, and dealing with every single thing you ingest. However, once you enter deep sleep, a phenomenal shift occurs. Your system enters a dedicated healing phase. Growth hormones spike. Cellular regeneration kicks into high gear everywhere, especially deep inside your kidney tissues. Injured nephrons start rebuilding themselves. Inflammatory markers get swept away, and the oxidative damage from a long day of filtering begins to heal. This nighttime healing window is one of the most incredible self-repair mechanisms your body possesses. Yet the majority of older adults completely squander it. They either consume the wrong beverages before hitting the sack, or they drink absolutely nothing, resulting in a dehydrated morning where their urine is packed with concentrated toxins, throwing their kidneys right back into a state of panic. Today, I am Dr. Clara Bennett, and I am revealing the 5 absolute best nighttime beverages that will actively heal your kidneys while you rest, tailored specifically for men and women over 60. We chose these specific options because they trigger the precise biological mechanisms that activate during slumber: anti-inflammatory healing, neutralizing oxidative stress, flushing out toxins, and regenerating cells. Make sure you stick around until the very end, because our 4th beverage is a comforting nighttime staple utilized for hundreds of years to boost nighttime kidney recovery. And the recent clinical data proving its effectiveness is nothing short of amazing. What you put in your mug tonight dictates what your kidneys can achieve by morning. Let us ensure they get exactly what they require. Evening drink number 1 is warm turmeric milk. We talked about golden turmeric milk in the second part of our morning beverage series because of its incredible ability to fight inflammation. However, when you drink it 1 to 2 hours before turning in for the night, turmeric milk activates entirely different pathways that specifically boost your nighttime kidney repair. The timing is the true game changer here. Why is before bed the ideal time for this drink? While you sleep, your body pumps out its highest concentration of anti-inflammatory cytokines, which are the messenger molecules that guide cellular healing across your system. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, has been scientifically proven to magnify this natural nighttime soothing process. It essentially acts as an amplifier for the healing instructions your body is already broadcasting to your kidney tissues in the dark. If you drink turmeric milk at breakfast, that curcumin has to fight for attention against the heavy metabolic demands of a busy day. Your liver is juggling a dozen tasks. Blood is pumping hard to your muscles and digestive tract. Those soothing anti-inflammatory signals are drowned out by the inflammatory stress of just walking around and living. But when you consume it in the evening, right as your system winds down for rest, the curcumin floods in exactly when your biology is transitioning into recovery mode. Blood flow redirects to your internal organs. Digestion tapers off. This allows the curcumin to bathe your kidney tissues precisely when it can do the heaviest lifting. Overnight, curcumin actively suppresses the NF-κB inflammatory pathway. This pathway is basically the main control switch for systemic inflammation, and blocking it at night stops disruptive inflammatory noise from interrupting the delicate repair work your kidneys are trying to pull off. Curcumin also flips the switch on NRF2, a specialized protein responsible for generating antioxidant enzymes right inside your kidney cells. When NRF2 fires up during your sleep cycle, your kidney cells pump out massive amounts of their own internal defense chemicals, wiping out the free radicals generated by daytime filtering and fortifying the tissue for tomorrow's workload. In fact, research in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry demonstrated that taking curcumin before bed drastically boosted nighttime anti-inflammatory action and lowered morning oxidative stress markers far better than taking it during the day. This proves that nighttime consumption yields much better healing results for chronically stressed organs. To make it perfectly, gently heat 8 ounces of your favorite milk. Make sure it is warm, not boiling. Whisk in 1 teaspoon of premium turmeric powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper to boost that curcumin absorption by 2,000%, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon to keep your blood sugar steady till morning, and a tiny bit of ghee or coconut oil, because curcumin needs fat to be properly absorbed. If you need a touch of sweetness, a very small drizzle of raw honey works perfectly. Sip it thoughtfully an hour or 2 before you go to sleep. The cozy, soothing vibe of this beverage also promotes a much deeper slumber. And remember, high-quality rest is the absolute bedrock of kidney healing. Your kidneys simply cannot rebuild themselves if you are tossing and turning all night, no matter what you drank beforehand. Evening drink number 2 is tart cherry juice. Tart cherry juice holds its ground as one of the most heavily studied nighttime recovery drinks on the planet. Professional athletes have relied on it for decades to bounce back from muscle fatigue. But the exact ways it repairs kidneys in the dark, especially for folks over 60, is a secret most people have never had broken down for them. The data is truly spectacular. Let's look at the sleep kidney link. Tart cherries happen to be one of nature's most abundant sources of dietary melatonin, the crucial hormone that manages your sleep cycle. By sipping this juice in the evening, you are handing your body a robust dose of natural melatonin roughly an hour or 2 before your brain's own production peaks. This is a massive deal for your renal health because how deeply you sleep dictates how thoroughly your kidneys can fix themselves. The Journal of Medicinal Food published findings showing that drinking tart cherry juice noticeably enhanced sleep quality, stretched out total sleep duration, and cut down on middle-of-the-night wake-ups for adults over 50. Better rest equals extended phases of deep sleep, which is exactly when your growth hormone maxes out and cellular kidney repair runs at top speed. But this juice does way more than just knock you out. Tart cherries are packed with an unbelievable amount of anthocyanins. These are the identical super antioxidants you find in blueberries, but in concentrations that blow most other fruits out of the water. These anthocyanins are aggressive, anti-inflammatory warriors that zero right in on the specific inflammatory pathways harassing your kidney tissues. Tart cherries also boast compounds proven to drive down uric acid circulating in your bloodstream. High uric acid is a primary culprit behind kidney stones and a massive driver of chronic kidney disease, especially in seniors whose filtering systems just aren't clearing it out as fast as they used to. Tossing back some tart cherry juice before bed significantly lightens the uric acid load your kidneys are forced to juggle while you sleep. According to the Journal of Functional Foods, drinking tart cherry juice caused a major drop in serum uric acid and inflammation, and those benefits carried straight through the night and were still present the next morning. The scientists pointed out that blending melatonin, anthocyanins, and inflammation fighters makes the tart cherry an absolute powerhouse for older adults' nighttime metabolic health. On top of that, tart cherries deliver quercetin, a flavonoid known to shield kidney cells from oxidative harm and calm localized tissue inflammation. Quercetin does its best work when your metabolism dips low during sleep, meaning nighttime sipping is drastically more protective for your kidneys than drinking it at noon. To do this right, grab pure, unsweetened tart cherry juice, specifically the Montmorency variety, as it packs the highest antioxidant punch of any cherry. The sweet spot is 4 to 8 ounces, cut with an equal splash of water. Absolutely no processed sugar. If it makes your mouth pucker too much, a tiny drop of raw honey is fine. Enjoy this 1 to 2 hours before hitting the hay. Don't chug it right as you get into bed. or you'll be waking up to use the bathroom, defeating the whole purpose. This specific timing lets the melatonin and antioxidants hit their maximum levels in your blood, exactly as you sink into your heaviest repair sleep. Before we move on to our next beverage, if this nighttime regimen is totally shifting your perspective on how your kidneys heal in the dark, make sure to hit that subscribe button for Dr. Clara Bennett right now. We drop fresh kidney-focused content every single week, diving into the vital details your physician simply does not have the schedule to break down for you. Also, leave a comment down below. What is your current pre-bedtime beverage? Let me know what is in your mug right now. I personally read every single response. Evening drink number 3 is chamomile tea. Chamomile holds the title of the most widely consumed herbal tea on the globe. Many older adults sip it to unwind, yet very few realize it boasts clinically backed kidney-shielding properties that make it a stellar addition to a nighttime recovery plan. The science behind how it protects your kidneys goes far beyond simple relaxation. Here is how chamomile guards your kidneys in the dark. It contains a remarkably potent flavonoid called apigenin, the exact same compound we highlighted during the celery juice segment of our morning drinks video. Scientific studies demonstrate that apigenin actively defends kidney tubular cells against oxidative harm and slashes tissue inflammation. In a nighttime context, apigenin is incredibly effective because its soothing effects are sustained throughout the entire night, offering nonstop protection to your cells right in the middle of their repair window. The Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry noted that chamomile extract drastically lowered oxidative stress markers and shielded those tubular cells from degradation, with researchers specifically highlighting apigenin as a premier kidney protector among herbal options. Furthermore, chamomile actively drives down cortisol, your primary stress hormone. This is a big deal for renal health because high cortisol spikes your blood pressure. Even a modest nighttime elevation blocks the crucial 10 to 20% blood pressure drop that healthy kidneys naturally require while you sleep. This nocturnal dip in pressure is absolutely mandatory for tissue regeneration. By lowering your cortisol, chamomile guarantees this pressure drop occurs, granting your kidneys the low-pressure environment required for peak healing. On top of that, chamomile literally restructures your sleep, specifically lengthening the proportion of time you spend in slow-wave deep sleep. This is the exact phase linked to growth hormone release and cellular rebuilding. For folks over 60, whose deep sleep naturally tapers off with age, this is a profound advantage. A study in BMC Complementary Medicine and Therapies proved that chamomile significantly boosted sleep quality and reduced middle-of-the-night waking for older adults, leaving them sharper and far less exhausted the following morning. To prepare it properly, use high-quality chamomile tea bags or loose, dried flowers. Let it steep in 8 ounces of hot water for 5 to 7 minutes. Letting it sit longer pulls even more of that protective apigenin out of the petals. You are looking for a pale gold hue and a soft floral scent. Sip it thoughtfully, 30 to 60 minutes before hitting the pillow. You can stir in a tiny dab of raw honey if you prefer it sweet. Honey contains trace minerals that actually aid cellular repair without sending your blood sugar on a roller coaster. But never ever use refined sugar at night. Glucose spikes before bed completely halt the growth hormone release that drives your overnight kidney recovery. Evening drink number 4 is warm, ginger, and lemon tea. This is the ancient remedy I teased at the beginning of this video, one utilized for centuries for nighttime kidney support and now thoroughly validated by modern clinical data. Blending fresh ginger and lemon in warm water creates a powerhouse synergy for your renal system that neither ingredient can achieve on its own, and consuming it in the evening drastically magnifies these results. Let's look at what ginger does overnight. Fresh ginger is packed with gingerols and shogaols, aggressive anti-inflammatory agents we discussed in our morning series. However, when the sun goes down, the way they operate shifts entirely. During sleep, your digestive tract slows to a crawl, meaning the active compounds from your evening tea absorb far more gradually and linger in your bloodstream much longer than they would at noon. This prolonged circulation ensures those soothing gingerols continuously bathe your kidney tissues, providing nonstop defense, while those cells desperately try to fix the daytime wear and tear. Ginger also acts as a powerful vasodilator, keeping blood flowing smoothly to your kidneys even as your core body temperature naturally dips overnight. Superior overnight circulation means a much better delivery system for healing nutrients and a much faster removal process for metabolic trash. In fact, the journal Renal Failure showed that ginger extract aggressively slashed oxidative stress and inflammation in patients dealing with early-stage kidney disease, proving its worth as a comprehensive, multi-pathway protector. So what does the lemon bring to this nighttime formula? Fresh lemon juice adds 3 massive perks that perfectly round out ginger's protective traits. First, the citrate in lemon actively stops nighttime kidney stones. When you sleep, your urine becomes highly concentrated, creating the perfect breeding ground for mineral crystals to form. Lemon's natural citrate binds right to the calcium in your urinary tract, stopping crystallization cold and guarding your kidneys during their most vulnerable hours. Second, the vitamin C acts as a direct antioxidant shield for your kidney cells. It aggressively neutralizes the free radicals left over from the day's filtration workload, ensuring your cellular repair mechanisms face zero oxidative pushback. Third, lemon is a fantastic catalyst for nighttime liver detoxification. Your liver works its absolute hardest between 1 and 3 in the morning. When your liver is operating efficiently, it pre-filters toxins before they ever have the chance to recirculate down to your kidneys. This massively lightens the renal workload in the dark, freeing up your kidneys' energy to focus entirely on rebuilding tissue rather than endless filtering. To make this correctly, grate or thinly slice 1 teaspoon of fresh ginger root. Do not use powdered ginger for this. The active compounds are significantly weaker. Gently simmer the ginger in 2 cups of water for 10 minutes. Remember, just a gentle simmer. Do not bring it to a rolling boil. Take it off the heat and squeeze in the juice from half a fresh lemon. Let it cool to a pleasant temperature and sip it 1 to 2 hours before bed. The gentle spice of the ginger mixed with the bright citrus makes this one of the most comforting nighttime rituals you can adopt, and easily one of the most therapeutically potent. A single cup every evening will build serious cumulative kidney protection over the coming weeks and months. Evening drink number 5 is warm water with raw honey and a small splash of apple cider vinegar. This is definitely the wild card on today's list, and it is the one that always sparks the most questions when people are introduced to it. Apple cider vinegar before turning in for the night to boost your kidneys? Let me break down precisely what this unique blend achieves while you sleep, and why integrative medicine experts consistently rely on it as a top-tier natural support strategy. Let's discuss your overnight acid-base balance. In a previous video on creatinine, we covered metabolic acidosis, that subtle chronic acidification of the bloodstream that quietly ruins kidney function in the majority of folks over 60. When you are awake, your lungs actively manage your blood's pH simply by breathing out carbon dioxide. It is an automatic, constant buffering system. But once you fall asleep, your respiration rate plummets, and your lungs dial back their buffering activity. This means your kidneys are abruptly forced to handle almost all of the pH balancing entirely on their own, which is a massive extra chore for aging, already stressed organs. When your blood turns more acidic in the dark, your kidneys have to strain just to keep the pH balanced, completely robbing them of the energy they need for their primary nighttime task, cellular repair. This is exactly where the honey and apple cider vinegar combo steps in to save the day. How exactly does apple cider vinegar aid overnight function? Even though raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar tastes incredibly acidic, your body actually metabolizes it into highly alkaline compounds. The acetic acid transforms into bicarbonate during digestion. pulling your blood pH back toward a healthy, optimal range and drastically reducing the acidic workload on your kidneys. This hands your kidneys their capacity back, letting them focus on rebuilding tissue instead of fighting pH levels. Furthermore, apple cider vinegar is packed with potassium, magnesium, and healthy probiotics that maintain your overnight electrolyte balance. This means your kidneys don't have to work overtime to regulate your minerals while you rest, again freeing up more energy for tissue recovery. The raw honey in this mix acts as a slow-drip glucose source, preventing those sudden nighttime blood sugar crashes that can severely stress the delicate blood vessels inside your kidneys. Honey also brings oligosaccharides to the table. These feed the good bacteria in your gut while you sleep, supporting that vital gut-kidney axis we talked about in our breakfast foods video. This ensures that inflammatory compounds originating in your gut are kept to an absolute minimum during your kidney's crucial repair phase. A study in the Journal of Food Science actually confirmed that consuming apple cider vinegar significantly lowered blood glucose and smoothed out metabolic markers in adults dealing with insulin resistance, noting that the benefits were strongest when taken right before bed. Now for some critical warnings. Apple cider vinegar is highly acidic and must always be diluted. Never take it straight or you will risk destroying your tooth enamel and burning your esophagus. Always mix it into a full glass of warm water. You must use raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar with the mother. Those cloudy little strands you see floating in the bottle. The clear filtered stuff is stripped of all the beneficial compounds that actually help your kidneys. And the dosage is vital. 1 to 2 teaspoons mixed into 8 ounces of warm water is perfect. More is absolutely not better here. Pounding too much apple cider vinegar can actually crash your potassium levels, which actively harms your kidneys. Stick rigidly to the recommended dose. If you currently suffer from active kidney disease, are taking medications to lower your potassium, or have been told by a doctor to avoid fermented foods, you must speak with your physician before trying this. To prepare it properly, stir 1 to 2 teaspoons of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar into 8 ounces of warm, not boiling hot, water. Add 1 teaspoon of raw honey and stir until it dissolves completely. Use a straw when you drink it to keep the vinegar's acidity away from your teeth. Sip it 30 to 60 minutes before going to sleep. It has a tangy, slightly sweet flavor that most seniors actually find quite pleasant and turn into a favorite nightly ritual within a week. So there is your lineup. The 5 ultimate evening beverages that actively repair your kidneys in the dark, specifically designed for those over 60. Warm turmeric milk delivers curcumin straight to your tissues the second your body shifts into repair mode, magnifying the natural anti-inflammatory healing that happens during sleep. Tart cherry juice floods your system with natural melatonin for deeper rest, huge anthocyanin antioxidants, and uric acid fighters that prevent concentrated nighttime urine from forming kidney stones. Chamomile tea protects your cellular tubes with apigenin, drops your cortisol to guarantee that vital nocturnal blood pressure dip, and lengthens your deep sleep for maximum growth hormone release. Warm ginger and lemon tea provides a sustained release of soothing gingerols all night long, boosts your blood flow, uses lemon citrate to block stone crystallization, and kicks your liver detoxification into high gear to lighten the filtration load. And finally, warm water with raw honey and apple cider vinegar neutralizes the overnight acid burden that forces your kidneys to waste energy on pH management, stabilizes your blood sugar, and supports your gut health. When you put it all together, here is your complete daily kidney health routine based on the Dr. Clara Bennett series. In the morning, kick things off with warm lemon water or green tea. For breakfast, make the oatmeal with blueberries and eggs we covered previously. Throughout the day, stick to plain water and completely dodge the items on our worst foods list. And in the evening, pick 2 beverages from today's lineup and enjoy them in the 2 hours before bed. Overnight, let your kidneys execute the healing work you have perfectly set them up for. This isn't some complex, impossible protocol. It is a straightforward daily routine built on whole foods and simple drinks that cooperate with your body's natural circadian rhythm instead of fighting it. Tiny, consistent habits every single day. That is the real secret to rebuilding your kidney health after 60. If you are going to kick off this evening routine tonight, drop a comment and let me know exactly which drink you are going to try first. I read every single one, and I genuinely want to hear from you. Also, if you haven't subscribed to Dr. Clara Bennett yet, please do it right now. Next week, we are diving deep into the 5 early warning signals that your kidneys are in serious danger. Subtle clues your body is giving you right now that doctors rarely explain, and most seniors completely ignore until the damage is severe. You do not want to miss that episode. Take care of your kidneys tonight. They are grinding for you every single second you are awake. Providing them with the proper environment to heal in the dark is the absolute least you can do. I will see you in the next video.